Familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming out here today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, DACAT SHIRO, DMC update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We have a pretty interesting thing today. Title is DeLorean DMC Craziness. That is wild. VeVe miss. Yes, they did have a... Recently, they had a diorama drop. You know, I'll get to that after the fact. We have a lot of stuff to go over here today. I want to start with DMC because that is absolutely nuts. They are up 80% on the day. Now, granted, over the last 7 days, because they launched like 5-ish days ago, they're down like 47%. They're down like 50%, like cut in half. But they were down like 70%. Like that first day, that first red meow gone down to like 0.004, went back up to 0.008, and then somewhere in the middle went to like 0.035. But it went all the way down 0.004, went up 0.008, so it doubled, went back down 0.035, and now it's up to 0.089. So 76% on the day, but it's again more than doubled these last few days. Looks like it's forming a wicked cup and handle, and I don't. Oh wow! Now it's up to 0.091. Where did this come from? And again, like, if you want to do some TA, okay, yeah, wicked cup and handle that's forming. Does it trade sideways for a bit? Does it keep on going? I don't know. But what happened the last like 24 hours, Chavez? What I understand going up X amount over a certain amount of time, but why over the last 24 hours? What went down? So what went down was Altcoin Daily, which has almost 2 million followers over on it. Now, granted, they've been marketing the heck out of this thing for weeks now. I'd say even months, getting Christopher Lloyd on, the guy who played Doc Brown, like getting all this nostalgia out, getting all the people that have had anything to do with the project, with the movie, you know, out in front of a camera, talking about this, hyping up the actual DeLoreans, being able to actually win a full DeLorean car, from that, being able to sell your reservations in the secondhand market with DMC as well. Again, a lot of craziness that's been going on. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that just chaos. They're everywhere you look, they're doing some marketing. And now that the people that had originally, whether there was the KOLs that got paid or it was the people that bought the pre-seed, you know, the early investing round, or the people that just got tokens for whatever, now that it looks like most of them have sold, I would say, and I don't even know, be advised that the KOLs, I can't speak for everyone here, but I got half the tokens I was supposed to get, which I think means that the other KOLs most likely got half the tokens they were supposed to get. So you might have another round of sell pressure when they get the second. I don't know when that is. I don't know when the other half of those tokens like come in, and when they do, again, I would expect to see a little bit more. I would expect to see a little bit more of them sell pressure. But I think that there's enough volume now, and it's 0.092 now, up 82% on the day. It's a $25 million market cap. I told you at 10 million, I was like, it seems a little low. But again, we're not in alt season. So it's got 38 million in volume. Out of all the tokens we're going to cover today, this wins in volume by far. Because they're on like every exchange, right? BitGet, Bluefin, Mexi, Gate.io, Cetus, HTX, KuCoin, BingX, Kraken, XT, Kraken, VMix, Ourbit, Hotcoin, Bitcan, Tapit, Biofin, CoinX, Hibit, Bluefin, again. I'm sure that had Binance as well. So there's so many different places that you can buy and sell this, that I think once altcoin season happens, and we don't know when, but I think when altcoin season happens, this is one of the things that can go crazy because you can already buy it everywhere. It has a lot of major exchanges, and now, of course, Ethereum's up to 2,500. Ethereum's been flat for like a week. Bitcoin's been flat for like a week. It's finally up to 108 now. ETH back at 2,500. Could this be a Sunday rally? Bitcoin up 1%, ETH up 2.5%, maybe go right back down. Over the last 7 days, Bitcoin's up 7%, Ethereum's up 12.4. I said it was a flat week, but because I could have sworn over the last, oh no, it's like the last month. Like you do all this craziness in the middle. I don't know why it's, I swear, like the phone, the light on this is really not bright. It's like the lowest it can be. Anyway, May 31st, you're at 25.18. Today we're at 25.02. So the same, it's pretty flat. I think tomorrow's the last day of June. It is. And I think the same thing with Bitcoin, that you had this past month of just, no, Bitcoin was actually at like 103 on May 31st. Now we're at like 107. But you know, going down to like 97, 98K, and now back up to 107. Again, it's been pretty wild. But again, I think DMC is one of those things that can do. Before I get into anything else, I do want to take a look at ladies on the Sol. The today's volume, the last 24 hours, where it shows, and there's like two liquidity pools, and I don't know why. There's one liquidity pool where it shows like 1,300 in volume, and it has like a $12,500 market cap, 1,800 in liquidity. So again, that like, this is a very, 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 very small project, right? And all right, so there's the numbers on one liquidity pool, and I have to really ask and find out why. And there's the numbers on another liquidity pool, less than 1,000 in volume, less than $11,000 market cap, and but it has more liquidity, right? Like 3K, which again is really not a lot, but it's a really small market cap. I now own 4.4% of the entirety of it, and I did this for a couple of reasons. One, we struck a deal. They're in the DACAT project. I wrote the comic already. It is fan freak. When I tell you that comic is so good, we have not yet found an artist for it. I don't know what the how they're going to do with the artist. I think they said that it would be a paid position, but again, I just haven't found one yet. The owner, Pixie, of this has been, I think she was in the hospital recently. I think she like can't talk now. Like she's recovering and she'll be fine. But again, very, what do you call it? Still very early in the project, right? We're going to find artists and we'll figure all that out. But that's part of the reason why I want to, because they're in the DACAT universe and they do have two kick-ass characters, which I don't really know. I based them off of Pixie and Amber, who's, if you take, Pixie and Kimber, where if you look at the team, okay, there's Pixie, and then there's Kimber. Sorry, I called you Amber. I don't know why. I think I know why. I based it off of them, but without really knowing too much of the personalities, I just made them both like ex-vets that are like trauma nurses now, and I think that's part of one of their stories anyway. Anyway, part of the other reason why I wanted to go over this is because they have a, or if you go to donations, I think that's how when you go to the donations part of their, of the ladies on Sol, it says, like, built on Solana, our automated system ensures every trade directly fuels progress for marginalized communities and vulnerable animals. We're proving memes can drive real-world impact, creating a future where crypto empowers both financial growth and social good. Join a movement where your participation automatically uplifts lives. I don't know why. It seems like a lot of the ones on Solana have this like Space Penguins call it profit with a purpose, and Space Penguins actually donated to one of my favorite charities, Best Friends Animal Society, and they had sponsored Pata Girl campaign in Nigeria. Their Pata Girl campaign, which if you can't tell just by the name of it, they go in and again, I love the signs that they have over there. They go and they give young ladies or any type of ladies in Nigeria some hygiene products. Pad a girl hygiene. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. But they went over and did that, which I thought was really awesome. And I told them I'm going to tell my friend Ajuri Nigalali. Ajuri Nigalali was the senior presidential advisor from 2019 to 2023 in Nigeria, and now is the spokesman for the president as well, which is Tinubu, President Tinubu. So I really enjoy the. It's so weird how people are connected, right? Like, oh, actually, I know this guy, and what? So I did it for those two reasons. One, because they're the cat. Two, because they're doing a really good thing. And then three, because they're doing this charity, and I, as many of you know, I have a want to do with by 2030. I told everyone 90% of my net worth will go into buying land in Madagascar and pretty much making it into a sanctuary where you can't hunt. I have already a couple of my military bros and one gal that have volunteered to go in and be like, yeah, like you want us to protect these animals from poachers. They might be a little too trigger happy. They hopefully don't cause an international incident. That's what I plan to do, and I obviously want to get experience first. So I wound up buying 4.4% of the supply because of the ladies token, because I wanted to go in and basically just buy a seat on the board, which the board was already established before I did this move, so might have been a moot point. But basically want to get experience and whatever they really want to have me do. I just really want, and obviously, so it is a 501(c) that they have. Even if it was a paid position, I would opt to waive that fee because again, it's for charity. I don't believe a lot of these charities that have these like mega high salaries for something, like I just don't believe in that. So even if there was a salary that was associated with it, I would just waive that or put it back into the project, because again, it's just about getting experience and about getting the for my charity in the future. So as far as the crypto goes, I have no idea where that lands. Again, I think I put in like $600 or $700 yesterday, and it bumped it like 100%. And then I get and then what did I do? I got like another. It went down like most of that today, like down like went up 100% yesterday, down to up like 10% today. I put another couple $100 in, was up like 40%. So again, it's really wild. They do have a 10% tax on there, half of which goes to holders, half of which goes to the charity, which I do like. But again, I have no idea where that crypto goes. I'll probably get more of it because I do like the charity. I like I really only know Kimber. I think I talked to like once, but Pixie I've talked to a couple times. I really do. So this video is not sponsored. They don't sponsor the channel or anything. They're just in the DACAT universe, and I really like them. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. Anyway, where is my? Oh lordy, Comedy Central stand up. Oh, so lucky. My boy's in New York City right now, going to Comedy Central stand up. Hey, let us know how it is. Is he right in? Oh, he's right next to Nuts for Nuts. Oh, they have such good nuts. I know there's going to be a clip of me saying that. All right. Anyway, let's do some Shirou. Let's see where that's at. Oh, Shirou's up 5% on the day. Very nice. Very nice. Almost 6%, 5.8% on the day. 612,000 in volume, so not a ton. I really would like to see more. There's a buddy of mine that put in a bit yesterday, put in a bit more today, and I don't know why. This is on like the lowest setting. I don't know why it's so. Maybe this needs to be on a lower setting. Oh, how do I do that on this one? Okay, no, this is on a pretty low setting too. Okay, anyway, Shirou's had a pretty good week, and I know you can't see it, but over the past week, it's up 30%. So again, pretty happy about that. They are, so Shirou obviously has their own comic that's going to be on VeVe, but then Shirou the cat is going to be in the Nike the Pig story and in the DigiJoint story. So I finished the Nike the Pig story, and friends are hilarious. I finished the Nike the Pig story, and I mm-hmm, 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 1,000. Okay. I wonder. Oh lordy. Anyway, I started working on DigiJoints, but DigiJoints is still in NFT NYC. They'll be back on Tuesday. So I am writing this thing on like a hope and a prayer because I don't know, like, tell me this. Tell me, like, how do they breed? How do they reproduce? Is the little S for soul for Solana covering his little digibits? What are they? How what do they need nutritionally to survive? Do they just smoke the ganja and that's what they like? I need to know this stuff in order to write this story, and I am just okay. I'll put this here. I'll put that there. How do they get made? What's their so the joints and the blunts, and so having Nike the Pig and Shirou in that as well is guys, this is a crazy story. And honestly, there's 2 pages of this that kind of read like a horror, like a horror movie, and I don't know how people are going to respond to that, because yeah, it's like and I swear I don't mean, like, when you guys read the DigiJoins comic, I swear it's not like political, although it kind of is, but I don't mean it to be. It's just, it's not based on anyone in the US. It's not based on anyone in they're just, you'll see what I mean when it comes out. Anyway, speaking of DeCat, let's take a look at what my little kitty's doing. Also, I might get a DeCat tattoo in Orlando. I'll be going to Orlando in August. There will be a VeVe meetup, I think, on the 29th. August 29th, there will be a VeVe meetup in Orlando. But I am going to get a tattoo, and I don't know. It might be DeCat. If anyone wants to pay me to get a tattoo of their brand, then you can't see it. It's up almost 2% on the day. DeCat on $475 in volume. So again, nothing really crazy going on over there. They're a $1.1 million market cap. So again, nothing really to write home about. But like I said, they'll go hard in the future. Mostly I think because of me. I mean, we have a bunch of whales, but I mean, when my other stuff goes up, whether it be DEVVE, Definity, Omi, those are like my big 3. My DEVVE though is my smallest bag out of that, and I really did want to get more, but I am straight up out of money. Like, I am done. So I don't think I can get more. The only is if I want to sell another piece of the channel. I do have a bunch of the comic people that they haven't paid yet, so maybe if I get a little bit of that, and then I can chuck that in there. We'll see. So once I get firmed up on the rest of those, we'll go from there. And we'll go from there. Because again, I bought a lot of Omi recently. I bought 2 partner statues. I bought a freaking gold logo. And by the way, and we'll get to the gold logos in a sec. We'll get to them in a couple of minutes, because I do want to go over Definity first, and then Omi, obviously. Oh, Definity's down 9% on the day to 2.9 cents. And I would show you the chart, but you won't be able to see it. 12,000 in volume on the day, though, so that's not bad. $5 million market cap, 4.4 million fully diluted. Again, down 9% on the day. They do have tomorrow, so we are skipping the last seat tomorrow, because tomorrow there is oh god, I have so much to do tomorrow. Anyway, we're skipping the last seat tomorrow because the VA wants to like break me, and then I have this deal I have to do. Definity has a Telegram space tomorrow where I think Chris is going to be or Manu's going to be, where basically they're going to go in and say, hey, here's what we've been up to the last few weeks. Here's what we're going to do the next few weeks and beyond. So if anyone really wants to get some alpha, I'm sure it'll be discussed there. Again, shout out to them for not only buying part of my channel, but allowing me to buy part of their company as well. So that was really very nice of them. My back. Burn. Oh, okay, cool. And then tomorrow is the last day of Q2. And then Q3 is upon us. I'll get to other stuff in a sec. I just want to go over JTOR saying DeLorean VeVe collectibles are going to go insane with this if we don't use this opportunity to ride the wave of DeLorean Labs to push the first digital collectible DeLoreans on VeVe. We are crazy. Have I told you lately? Meow, 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 meow. Sorry. Oh, what this? Votes? I don't know how to vote. Okay, I'll try that. Can I vote? Oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna put that. Anyway, who's the first digital collectible DeLoreans on it? Yeah, agreed. I've had my set like Billy Joel, like for the longest time. I've had that set for a long time, and I am. I'm gonna hold it. I'll probably hold that set forever. Love those movies. Love those cars. Love those vehicles. And like I said, probably have it forever. Potential humans. That's greetings, Randy and Randy humans. Howdy, howdy. Meow, meow, meow. Hope you're well. Planet Vampire, my bae. What up? What up? Jamar Reese, give me with the straight fire. And Omar reposting the stream. My man. My man. Okay. Let us move on. Let's go to the Komi here. We are up. No, we are down. Did we just go up and down? Like, we just went up and down like real quick. We went up to 000195, down to 000191. Happened very quickly. Oh, who dis? Oh, okay. That's what that was. Happy to see you. Hello, friend. Projects. God bless. Too many. Yep. Couldn't live. Yep. Oh my God. God bless. What the heck? Is this dude okay? Cool beans. Cool beans. Yeah. Sorry. I gotta. Somebody just messaged me something that was a little concerning. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, where was I? Okay, Omi. I gotta go back to that really quickly. 2.2 million in volume on the day. And let's see where it came from, shall we? We just got a letter. 44% came from Gate.io, 20% from Mexi. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Sorry. 17% from Deepcoin. That's at 00190. Everywhere else is 190. Yeah, we're all in the 19s over there. So I hopefully have a few more months to stack. At least 6. I want to get to 300. I'm at 260. I might be at 270-ish by the end of this week. I don't know. Keep me posted. I really wish I didn't have to. Again, because of everything I bought recently, my bank account has cobwebs in it. So I might have to wait until mid to late August to reach that 300 million goal. But I'll keep y'all posted. I'll keep you posted. And yeah, all right, logo here. Logo time. Let's see where we're at. We had 2 people today. Did Gary O just do this? Oh my God. Captain America Volume 1. Why is this? Okay, Captain America Volume 1, Secret Rare. I think there's only 30 of these things. Captain America number 354. And he's got 3 of these. Oh my God. Yeah, it's only 30 of these in circulation. And Gary O at 1234CA3 just has he has a 10% of them. 10% of that supply is epic. I wish I could do that with some things. And then he just got he just got the set of Nova also. So be advised, the set of Nova, this one is still in the store, but and like not a lot of people really know who Nova is. Excuse me. I don't know who Nova is. Where's the latest drops? Latest drops. And this one's not burned yet. Like there's a bunch of other comics out there that are already like burned, and you know what the circulating supply is going to be. This one, even if none of them are burned, even if it sells out, only 3,000 editions, right? So it's not a huge one. And honestly, this might sell out because you have 3, 4, 420, what is it? 5, 6. So like 600 of these left. And let me see. Is it Nova number 1? I think it's Nova number 1. Yeah. Yeah, 630 of these left. And you can get these commons for $2.20. You can get the wait, what? Well, again, these are the ultra rare. Is how much are these in the store? They're $7. They're $7 in the store, and the ultra rare is going for $6.99. That seems. I'm just. Well, no, I don't need to. All right, let me just get a tiny bit of gems here. Bye. Oh, I do a swipey now. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And I'm sorry, David, for not purchasing these on the app.vv.me. But what I got to show y'all a thing about that. The app.vv.me. Hey, I got an ultra rare for $7. And okay, I got ultra rare for $7. That's cool. I'm not sure if they have 501c3s in Nigeria. Cool beans. Well, let no. He'll be happy to hear y'all sponsored them. Yeah, even again, Nova's like a pretty major character. Like nobody knows who Nova is yet, but again, a pretty major character, and will do really well. Will do really well in Secret Wars. I mean, like, I know not too many people saw Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was a great movie though, and Nova's there, and really powerful, and yeah, that's why ultra rare for the same price. So really, you're just gambling for the secret rare. That's really interesting. So it's 600 left. So let's say 2,100 were sold. So that made 14,000. That's not bad for a and yeah, that's really interesting. That so I just bought the ultra rare. I think that goes pretty hard in the future. You know what I really love to see though on my collection, where it just says like 2 partners, 2 gold logo. That is just big flex, big flex. Yeah, so it's one thing if you say like, okay, do I buy this like let's say like Amazing Fantasy 15. It's like, okay, do I buy the common for 130 or do I buy the ultra rare for 550? It's like, okay, the 130 going to 550, you can sell that, but the 550 going to like, 3K, it's like, that is a lot harder to sell. But when the ultra rare is $7 and it's the price of minting, I like the risk is taken out. Like the amount of people. So now, granted, a lot of these people are buying this so that they can, and they're going to hold it, because Nova is something that comic book characters or comic book collectors will actually like. And there's going to be 120, so let's say like 750 of these. And I just bought another one because the artwork is cool. Yeah, I like the ultra rare better because I don't know, the rare is just like a little bit devoid of color. Honestly, it probably would have been better to buy this. I probably should have bought the rare, like three of those. But again, like the risk is taken out. So now it's like, okay, it's $8.49, which still like when you're buying a Nova comic like from the store, it's like obviously the uncommon it always drags behind. That is always under retail. The common is usually mostly under retail as well, but there are a couple cases where it's really popular. It's actually above retail. Rare, same thing, where sometimes it's under, sometimes it's over. But the ultra rare is almost always above retail. And again, it's not like these were, like it didn't sell that well, like 400 sold. No, like 2,100 of these sold. And I know like where I'm getting that number is because if there's 630 left, well, Chavez doesn't mean that 2,370 sold. Like no, because like a couple hundred were taken out of the a couple hundred were taken. Like VeVe keeps that. But if the like the risk is gone, like you could buy, I could mint something for $7 and get something like a common, uncommon, or rare that goes between $1.35 and $2.50. So there's no risk. If I go in and I mint it, I'll most likely get something that is well below retail. If I get an ultra rare, I break even. And you're really just gambling for the secret rare, where a lot of comics, the ultra rare is at least still above retail. So the fact that I was able to get that, I basically minted, I guaranteed myself an ultra rare. So again, normally I wouldn't get the ultra rare because they might be like $30, right? And there might be like a lot of mints. And it might not be of a really popular character. And not that if you saw Thunderbolts, you know who Nova is. And he's going to be a very big deal in Secret Wars. But so I understand that not too many people know who he is right now, but it's not this like no-name character that's like a key comic that no one ever heard. This is FA Nova. Who's again a crazy powerful guy. Anyway, I want to throw that out there. But the VeVe missed. All right, let's talk about that. We had last month? The VeVe dioramas. And we're gonna go to when was this drop? I think it was last month. On June 1st. So it's almost a month ago. And let's see how many of these were taken, or how many of these were bought, sold, etc. Not a lot here. So what's 1061 minus 770? What was that? 6. 285 on the rare, so that's not a lot. My back. 505. So let's see. 405. Okay, that's 137, right? And then the secret rare for this is, oh God, it's 197. Okay, 46. They actually made $9,000 on that, which is like, I didn't even expect them to make that, but they made $9,000 on that, which again is not great, but because this is VeVe's own IP, that's just straight profit, right? Straight to the bottom line. But then they did the dance thing, and it's like, we just got a licensed Blackpink dance diorama thing. We got a bunch of those. So anyone that would have wanted something like already got that. Now, granted, they would probably have gotten this as well. But yeah, there's so much less. And I don't even know how much of these were taken or kept. Let me go to their. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I have to go back to their. I don't care about take a closer look. Give me the freaking thing where you tell me how many mints you took out, and then I will be happy. But they haven't done that in a while, so I am. Oh my god, baby, you guys post so much, which is fine. You want them to do that. You want them to post, but I am having a hard time trying to figure out how many of their dioramas were kept. Okay, we're in the blog here. All right, 50. Okay, good, good. Okay, so 10, 6, oh, 57. Okay, so hold on. We're gonna 57. Oh, this is horrible. 505 minus, oh god, 21. Yes. And I imagine the secret rare is only 20 that they had kept. So 202, all right, so 15. They made $1,800 with this. I don't think they even like broke even for how much that would cost. Now I know, again, the first time they did that, I understand why they made $9,000. One, it looked cool. What they had with the water tower and like the abandoned building, that's a place where you can set up, like a mugging and have like Daredevil stop it, or have Punisher like being shooting people. Da, 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 da. Like that seems like a place where you could have that. A dance floor, maybe like the dancing Deadpool. And again, when we already got something like, so it's a second iteration of the first VeVe diorama. Cool, it's the first one. The second one is obviously going to get less, and it's in a much less cool place, in my opinion. Now you can be like, Chavez, not everyone's all about like the grungy, dark, dirty stuff to set up like shooting muggers. Like people want to have fun. Be like, you can't be putting in your murmur pornos in a dark and dirty place. Although I'm not gonna lie, that would be hilarious, and I really want to do that now. But you knew it was going to get less from that, and again, I argue that it's a slightly less cool place, but you could argue the other side of that. So let's say that's neutral, and it's the same amount of coolness, and one's not 20% cooler than the other. If you're going to do, and I understand, like, hey, this is just a litmus test. We want to gauge demand of all different things, so that this way, when we come out with our own IP, when we come out with our own characters, we can gauge like how many mints to do, and Omi burn, like, so this one is, I'm happy that they're doing this. I wish I would have been part of like a discussion or a team, be like, hey, maybe let's not do a dance floor diorama. Now maybe this is like the inside of the building, that like maybe they're telling a story. Going back to June 1st. Oh god, I overshot it. So going back to June 1st, you have this like outside building water tower thing. Now maybe the diorama is actually on the inside of this. Maybe on the inside, and they're telling a story. That would be really cool. In which case, I take everything back. And again, I know this is like a litmus test for, okay, let's see what the demand is. Now let's try it for Omi, where we have a Omi only auction where they just straight up burn it. And maybe in order to get that, they need to do like justify, okay, we will do these drops on VeVe until we net like $30,000. And for every $30,000 in sales we do on VeVe for these VeVe specific things, maybe then they could justify doing an Omi only auction or an Omi only drop where it all gets burned. And I think that would be really cool if they did that. So I don't know why. If I got someone from the team and I could be like, hey, could this be happening? Like, what are the details? Why this? I'm just trying to get in the mindset of why they would do this. And you know, those are two possibilities. Maybe they're telling a story. Here's the outside. The diorama of the dance floor is actually inside this dark and dirty place. And maybe the next one's going to be something else. Maybe like on the outside of this is like a riverbank. You know, I don't know. And again, that'd be really cool. The other place is like we can justify making a drop and making zero money on it because of the fact that, you know, we're burning that OMI, but we have to make a certain amount of money on these drops for us first, and that's fine. I would like them to tell us about that. And again, if you're going to do a drop like this, I like how they're doing it on VeVe first to kind of gauge what's in demand. And I feel like if they would just put up a poll, be like, if we do another diorama, what would you like to see? Would you like to see something dark? Would you like to see something fun? Would you like to see something like tell us, like put a poll, and then one of the options of the polls be like, comment down below what you'd like to see. I would really enjoy something like that, because then they can actually, like, part of the reason why Tesla is so successful is because Elon Musk answers people on Twitter where someone's like, hey, this seatbelt doesn't work, or, you know, I don't like it when this happens. Can you fix that? And I'm like, okay. And then he does it. So if they were to go on Twitter in a similar way and say, hey, this is what we're thinking about for the next diorama. Do you want something light and fluffy? Do you want something dark and gritty? Do you not want dioramas at all? Or if you do want a diorama, you know, like put other, and then comment down below what type you would want, and then have that. Again, it's super easy for me to say this from like my bar stool here in front of Dashi. And obviously running a company is like, because again, like, I think these dioramas of the like disco place would have done better if they had done it like 2 months ago before the Blackpink drop. But you also have to be like, okay, Blackpink's a really cool license. How would they feel if we did this drop that's basically the same thing as one of their drops, you know, a month before? They're probably not going to feel too happy about that. So yeah, you do have to look at everything. VeVe's a crazy, complicated business. Again, these are just my thoughts. I've been talking for 40. Yeah. Okay, we gotta. But that's my thing on VeVe Miss. Just because the dioramas tend to not do well in general. I think the Peter Pan one like sold out. I think that's like the only one. And hold on, I got 6 million messages here. Give me 1 second. Nike, what has the highest percentage of? Yep. And if include also Nike as one of the champions. Otherwise, maybe don't mention. As well as high percentage of fighters in their population. We don't mention the full list of champs. Okay, copy. Draw them in the same, except this time, meow, Nike. This time, yeah. Isaac. Yep. Probably don't mention all the champions. Yep. Good notes. There's only one in each world, so there isn't a whole bunch. This one, I meant that there was more fighters in this world than any other world. Not that all fighters were Nikes or even pigs. Not pugs, pigs. Just that they were fighters of different animal races. But I can definitely be more clear about that. We'll edit. Okay. Nike. Yep. Great notes. All right, get notes on Nike the pig here. Great notes. I will change that. Okay. Omar said, good evening. Good evening, Omar. How's it going, man? Central Team says, press the like button if you enjoy having Randy available on here for First to 10 cents, OMI or DMC. Let me see the market cap of DMC real quick. All right, OMI's at 00019. Where's the DMC? Oh, well, DeLorean is at 009, and OMI's at 00019. So I would say that DeLorean, which only has to do about 11x to get to 10 cents, is probably going to get there first. I would say DeLorean reaches 10 cents a lot quicker than OMI does, because it's just so close, right? It's so close already. Protesting and rioting. Been on big TV specials, late night shows. Cool. Oh, my boys about to have a drink and see a comedy show. Nice. Heartbreak Hotel. Okay. What we got here? Bill Gardner, give me those dabs. Omni says, "Stop, everyone. Crushing your head. Crushing your head." That's a Gilmore Girls reference. Crush your week. Oh, Millie. This was my June. I crush every day. This was my May. This April wasn't that bad, but this was my May. This is my June. I go hard every single day. Just picked up one also. Oh yeah, I thought there was other people that were picking one up, because I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I thought there were, because again, okay, well now the floor is $13, so should I sell one now? I bought one at 7, and now the floor is 14. I'll wait on it. I mean, I imagine that might come back down because of the wonderful things he does. Because there's, and again, I don't know why. Yeah, so now it makes sense to mint again, because if you get an ultra rare, it's now worth $14, not 7. So yeah, and again, there's not a ton of these left. I expect these to do pretty well, even if they all sell out, even if they don't burn anything, right? But again, in the future. Bot says, can still do gems, but gems could buy and burn from open market. Oh, yeah. I mean, you really don't want to do that though, because again, gems, because of Apple's shitty, rules and regulations there, you'd never want to do drops and gems. You would want to do, like, you do it because you have to, but you really want to do it in Omi. Dioramas, even though I don't have it, the coolest one. Does that count as a diorama though? I don't know. I mean, that is really dope. That is really cool. But yeah, I don't know if that necessarily counts as a diorama. I guess it does. Yeah, the fish tank is really dope. I really like that. Oh shoot! Prayers for our firefighters over there. Love them. Not working. Oh my gosh, what is that? No, still. Sorry. We'll let them know. Okay. We'll let them know. It's awesome. Okay. Let's do. All right, now let's go over some of the rest of the news, because we still have a lot to do. Canada deal. Sven Donjan had a really interesting take. He said, just make an option of public space in the VeVeverse. And then if you're browsing public spaces, make a tab. Popular spaces can easily join, like in the VR chat model. I thought that was a great idea. President Trump calls for Fed Chair Jerome Powell to resign, saying, I'd love for him to resign. He's done a lousy job. Agreed. That man is horrible at his job. This is a hysterical meme. That was the David. So, oh yeah. All right. So I have to go over the VeVe. Oh, also, I now super chat people saying, I know you can't see it. Oh, I hate that. Said love from Randy and the DeCat fam. Always got to spread the love of the kitties. Oh shoot! No! Don't want to do that. What just happened? We good? Okay, we're good. Let's see what David had in his background. He had some Gary Baseman Uno games and Gary Baseman Mighty Paws. I thought that was cool. Still has the Rick and Morty stuff up there. I mean, if we had the license, like I'm pretty sure that nobody really cares about the controversy that. Oh, also new Matt Gondek stuff. Matt Gondek stuff will be is going down. I'm yelling timber. Okay, so the Agoro thing, that has caused the VeVe gold logo. I'm trying to find this here to go from 3,500 to I think now it's 47.77. It's now 4,700, almost 48. I don't know if that's a. Nope, didn't need to do that. Trapping. What is this? Okay. Are you gonna make me sign in again? No. Okay, no, we're good. Oh, did I sell something? Transactions. I think I sold something. Nope, I did not sell anything. Disregard. If we go in and we type in VeVe gold logo, the cheapest that you can get it, $25 million on, or I'm sorry, 25 million Omi on Stacker, which is about almost 4,800, and it's 47.77 over on VeVe. So there's really no difference on that. And I don't really think mint numbers matter too much here. Whether you get 468 or 85, again, I don't really think they matter too much. Obviously, the number 41, is kind of the best, and it's really cool. But again, mint numbers for this, I don't think really matter too much. But number 41 is the coolest. I have it on sale. I'm shilling it. Yeah, he caused that to move because there's a small chance that we get an ounce of gold per logo. Labubu was mentioned, but obviously not confirmed. He mentioned how the company easily got the Gen Z and X the hardest for companies to convince to collect. He'll try to do more with Blackpink to attract more fans. Obviously, I bought another one recently. Mr. Hulk 181 is the #1 collector in the world of Incredible Hulk 181 on VeVe. Love that. Oh god, it's hysterical. First appearance of West Coast Avengers is coming up on Tuesday. Avengers make their West Coast debut, newlyweds Hawkeye and Mockingbird, which you kind of got a little bit of her played by, I forget her name. She plays Velma in the Scooby-Doo movie. She's like one of the most beautiful women, I think, like in the world. Anyway, played Hawkeye's wife. Check out California Compound while waiting the arrival of their team. Enter the mysterious Shroud, plus Tigra and Iron Man join the Cali crew. That comes out on Tuesday. 125. Mr. MC1 says VeVe Gold logo. Why are they getting bought up? Real Randy Chavez, congratulations on picking up another VeVe Gold and Silver logo from the market. Pay 35 hundo for this. Ow, grail from the market. Seems to be a buzz. What's the alpha? He goes over it at some point. I don't know where. Flash Inc. says, just hit a milestone. My 50th Marvel Comics #1 on VeVe. Wanted to make it special, and snagging an ultra rare at a low price did the trick. Perfect way to end the week. Shout out to them. Shout out to Ashton. He's already number 68. He's not yet 69, but he's close. Hopefully in a couple weeks. All right, so Mr. MC1 says, about VeVe Gold and Silver logo is the founder's card, VeVe own IP, and 3, given up for free up front so they can keep. So you have somebody saying, holders of this have had enough rewards. The salt is so real. What about the rest of the VeVe users and holders of OG Grails where they've lost 99% of the value? I don't think that number's true. Mr. MC1 said, well, about the utility of VeVe Gold and Silver logo. 1, it's the founder's card. 2, VeVe's own IP. And 3, it's given out for free up front, so they can keep giving it out utility. Some artists like Ron English, Brock, and others have done lots of free airdrops. And then you have bigger IP like Disney, Marvel, etc., they do have more reservations about giving out free gifts if not disclosed up front when their grail was sold. That's why you haven't really seen anything about the partner statue. Because again, they had their utility out front. It was like a week free, or like a free month, or 3 months or 12 months of Disney Plus. And that was it. And VeVe has been trying to get them to change their mind about it, and they figured out how to give out the Disney lamp and some other things. But remember three things: the IP controls what gets given out. So I don't know why you want VeVe to stop giving utility to their own IP. And two, it matters if something was originally sold or given out for free. And three, giving out utility has nothing to do with someone losing or making money. So again, really like that. And Mr. Hulk saying that I got special announcement. He got the Omi Secret Rare logo. That dude is awesome. Love that man. Only 3 people made their first purchase this week. That is not very good. However, over the past 11 days, 10 days, you had 2 days that we had 1,000 people plus on the app. That was the 17th of June and the 24th of June. And we did, and the one that had the lowest day was 26 June at 711 people. So I really, really like the fact that we have no more 500 and 600 days, and we have 2 days in there that had 1,000 plus. There was none that were close. Like, you could say that, like, well, we had like 987, 993. Like, no, it was, the highest was 857. But again, on those days that you had 1,000 plus, keep it up. Hopefully we get more of those days. You have Oscar VeVe Rican saying he's going to sell a lot of his physical comics in order to get a gold logo. And I hope he's successful. I'm back. And shout out to Sergio for reaching level 78. Mad lad. 22 more to go. And also, Clever Jerk having the count number 1, 2, 3 is probably the best mint for him, because it is, again, he counts. So 1, 2, 3 having it in ascending order is really cool. And 2, number 1, 2, 3, as in 1, 2, 3 Sesame Place. That's where they all live. So it's probably the best mint for him. Trump special advisor Bailey said there's a 75% chance that the Big Beautiful Bill eliminates capital gains for Bitcoin payments. Let's go. Let's get this bread. Yeah, Omi did insane the other day. Or I'm sorry, DEVVE did insane the other day. I don't think they've done, well, they were up to like 57 cents at one point. I think they're now back down to like 50. They were down to 51 of the 54. Now they're 53 cents. So down 3% on the day. Again, I do have an okay bag. I really, really, really want to get more though. Do you want to know what the early reactions to typewriters were in the late 1800s, early 1900s? When typewriters started to appear in offices in the late 19th century, some people viewed them as impersonal, noisy, and a threat to traditional, elegant handwriting. Concerns about loss of penmanship. Good handwriting was considered a sign of good education and refinement, especially in business, government, and academia. Some critics lamented that typing was ruining people's handwriting skills. Basically, whenever any new technology comes in, the old guard is very skeptical about it. They really don't like it. They don't understand it. And I feel like that's crypto and NFTs right now, in my opinion. Somebody going off in the DeVVE chat, saying like, somebody said like, oh, the roadmap isn't written. You know, this is a bad look. So you have somebody say the response is short-sighted, and I would ask you to wait for the releases. Not only is the team building an entire exchange, but they're also committed to 2 new websites, an updated white paper, a roadmap, more direct communication with the senior team, which is already happening. The roadmap, or even roadmaps, will be delivered very soon, and the sections that the developers are working on are technical roadmap for the exchange. Moving forward, I'm going to ask people to exercise patience. Timescales will be given only if ever be guidelines, and will not be rushed and compromised to the detriment of the final result to appease an impatient minority. Thank you for understanding. That was well said. Well said. We are supposed to get a DEVVE announcement this week. I don't know when. Then we are going to get a second part of an announcement in several weeks. Could this be them announcing what the exchange partner is, and then announcing when the actual exchange is? It's possible. I am not going to sit here and say it probably will be. They might announce the exchange partner late Q3, I think, and then announce like, hey, we're rolling out the exchange in Q4. I think that is a fair expectation to have. I don't expect the exchange in Q3. I would like the announcement of who the exchange partner is in Q3. It's possible that we don't get them until Q4 though. So we may have a little more time to stack. Again, it's hard to stack at 53 cents when it was just at 35 cents a week ago. But I understand people's reservations on that. Planet Vampire saying, Elizabeth Warren would have argued typewriters would allow people to write Sailor Moon product fan fiction at an unacceptable pace. Pushing for banning the tech. Yeah, probably. She's pretty awful at that. But that that's hysterical. Marvel Comics says scroll to meet the characters in Ultimate Spider-Man number 18 and VeVe Digital Collectibles reposted them. Why? Very curious. Bhutan has quietly moved 12,000 Bitcoin worth $1.3 billion since 2020. Oh, they have quietly mined, 12,000 Bitcoin, now holding nearly 40% of its GDP in Bitcoin, making it the world's third largest state holder. That is insane. And yeah, Amazing Fantasy now up to 5. Let me see if Amazing Fantasy is actually. Oh shoot! I need a miracle. I wanna be a girl. Give me a fantasy that you were made for me. I need a miracle. Please let me be a girl. One day you'll see it can happen too. Okay, the common on the Amazing Fantasy 15. 130 for the gems. And what is 720,000 times 0.00019? 136 for the OMI, so it's not really, there's no difference. 84 for the, again, there's like 6,000 common, you know, there's like 2,000, I think, uncommon. It's not even showing me here because the app is pretty slow right now, and I don't know why. Bruh, VeVe. What do? Why? Tell me why ain't nothing but a home. Okay, they're just not. It's just not working. I don't know why. It is. Oh, okay. Well, they give it for the secret rare. It's at 7K. 36,500,000. God damn, that is a lot. 36,500,000. In Omi, it's at 6,900. So it's a legit the same thing. It's the same price. And the ultra rare, I feel like, is probably the same thing, where it's at 550. Jamari says, "What is your opinion on the Aladdin set?" So it's very okay. I think so too, and I think you're talking about like the Jasmine, Aladdin, Genie, and what was the other one? Bro, I don't know why the app is going so slow today. Did I miss a? Am I spelling that right? How do you spell Aladdin? Hold on. Let me. I might be tripping here. ADDIN. Error loading page. Okay, why? Okay, there we go. Oh, it was the pencil. Yeah, what is the pencil now? Was it like $10 for a secret rare pencil? Okay. Aladdin. I can't believe there's still some of him in the store. Or I can't believe that. Yeah. He's for an ultra rare is $8.90. And you could. Oh, these were $40 in the store, and they're $8.90. The Genie is $8.90. $35,000 here. Yeah, that's wild. And then Jasmine. Okay, I really like Jasmine too. She's actually above retail. 157 in the store. Oh, okay. So there's actually very few Jasmine. So there's 994 editions. That means really 904. And if it's 904, so it's actually 747 of her. So there's not a lot. There's a bunch of Disney stuff that I think is super undervalued. The Aladdin stuff, yeah, agreed. The fact that they listed it for $40 and Aladdin and Genie are both like $8 or $9. And then again, Jasmine I think is fair. But they have this, I think for not Moana, Encanto, like they have it for Encanto. Ah, my back. Yeah, Bruno, Mirabelle, Luisa, Mirabella, your boyfriend's here. Luisa at $20 hairs was only, and again that I want to go to her actual. The list price is $50, so $18.88. So that means $19.98 minus 13. I'm sorry, $17.98 minus $13.70. So there's only 428 of her. There are very few of these guys out there. And I think like this took over like 2020. Like when did this movie come out? Hold on. Encanto. All right, came out 2021. When in 2021? Encanto. November 21. Oh, so this really wasn't pandemic. Pandemic was kind of over at this point. So I take back the pandemic comment. But I'm not crazy, right? Like this took over like the radio waves. This took over streaming. This took I distinctly remember people saying like their kids would watch this like all weekend. They would watch it like constant nonstop. And I remember hearing it everywhere. This wasn't necessarily on the level of like Frozen's like Let It Go, but damn it if it wasn't close. That We Don't Talk About Bruno song. I think these are a lot of people, a lot of kids will really like this. And again, that might not happen in the future. And I don't think anyone has talked about these collectibles since it came out. I don't hear anybody talking about these collectibles since it came out. And all right, let's talk about Bruno for a second, right? 1465 minus 1141. There's 324 of him. The list price is $50. I repeat, the list price is $50. And he's on sale for $32. Why would anyone mint anything when they can get the chase for $18 off? That's why, and there's only 324 of him. Now, is he a crazy popular character from that? No, I would argue that Luisa's probably more popular. The house would probably be more popular than Bruno. The house is alive. It talks or something. I don't know. I think I saw the movie once. I don't even think I saw. I remember I tried to watch it with my then girlfriend, and I think like 6 minutes into it, like this is boring. I can't. I was like, okay. There was something not wrong with her. She just like she could watch a movie for 5 seconds and immediately know like, oh, this is gonna be good. So when we went to watch the other guys, 6 seconds into the movie, she's like, oh, this is gonna be good. I was like, how can you tell? And pretty much into Encanto, she's like, I'm gonna hate this. I was like, can we try it, please? And she's like, fine. 6 minutes in, be like, babe, I can't do it. I was like, okay, all right. And then I think we watched the other guys. But so yeah, Bruno's not really a crazy likable character. Mirabelle, definitely Louisa, probably, but again, there's 324 of him, and there's 5 in the market, and you could get 2 of them for like $17 off of retail price. So again, there's really zero reason, unless maybe you wanted like a mint number, maybe. Again, I don't see any reason to try and gamble when what is Mirabelle? How much is she? Oh, she's actually $40. Damn. Damn. Okay. All right. 40, but still, when the retail price is 50 and she's 40, again, there's no reason to go in and try to get that. And Louisa, I think, like I said, is 20. I really liked her. I loved her song. I'm the strong one. Meow 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 meow. I'm the stuff of the crust of the earth is. Anyway, what's up, Connor? How's it going, man? But yeah, I think some of these Disney collectibles are likely crazy undervalued because there's not a lot of them. So Encanto had this. I think the Aladdin stuff has this. Yeah, Jasmine is like Aladdin, Jasmine, like that set is so like the pencil nobody cares about, right? But Aladdin, Genie, and Jasmine, there are no bad characters. Like maybe people don't like the Sultan, maybe people don't like Jafar. Jafar we do have in like the Disney villains, and he's like a puppet, and that's whatever. But there are no bad characters in that Aladdin set. Jasmine, even if they had the tiger, I forget her name. His name, I forget the tiger's name. That could be like the only other one that I think would be really cool. The parrot, voiced by Gilbert Godfrey, I kind of like. I hated him when I was younger, but I really like him now. But Jasmine, Genie, Aladdin, those were so good. And Disney again doesn't really like Aladdin. He always gets like the shit end of the stick. Yeah, that was such like that was part of the Disney Renaissance era. Disney had such bangers come out in the 90s. It was so good. Anyway, let's continue on with the news here. Oh my god, my back. It hurts so bad. Elon Musk says President Trump's one big beautiful bill will destroy millions of jobs and harm the US. Probably. Oh, all right, here's another one. Actually, before I go over this, let me see if I can actually buy one of these before I talk about it, because I think it's a pretty good one. I don't. Nope. Okay. I'm not gonna buy any of these. All right. Truth. Red, white, and black. What is this about? So in the comics, and I think it was in Bucky and Winter Soldier, they had this as well. After Captain America was lost in the ice, and he's like gone, right? People think he's dead, done, not seen for years. They use the super soldier serum on a black guy, and I think his name was Isaiah Thomas. No, what was it? I forget his name. But there was a black super soldier, and they had for years, and it's called like Truth, Red, White, and Black #1. That in general, I'll say it this way: how many people do you guys know that are black, or you don't even have to know that? How many times have you seen said across social media, support black-owned businesses? I have seen a decent amount of my friends. I don't want to say like gloating, because like if you know somebody that has a business and they offer a product that you use, you should go to their business. You should buy from them, and you shouldn't expect a discount, because if I like, we all use toothpaste, right? We all use floss. We should all use floss, but let's say if a buddy of mine has this like kiosk store, and he has those things. Let's say he has toothpaste, he has shampoo, he has these things, and maybe whatever I get from him, maybe I could get, for like $15. Maybe I can get at Walmart for like 13 or 12, like whatever. maybe this is like a privileged thing to say, but I would rather pay the extra few dollars going to my friend's store because I would rather give him the money than some nameless corporation that probably doesn't do the right thing with their profits. If you have a friend that has a business and they offer a product that you use, unless it's like outrageously priced and the person's like a grifter and he's scamming, unless it's, you should go to your friend. You should go to that person. So I understand it when people say like support black owned business. Like, you know, if you're black, only buy from black. Like maybe that's a little extreme, but I understand where that comes from. Whereas like, you know, that sense of pride, like, hey, I'm buying from my friend's store. Now, do all black people know somebody that owns a store? I don't know. But I've just heard that phrase multiple times over my very long social media career. That people are proud to say, like, I only buy from black owned businesses, I only buy from black owned shops. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. As long as the person that you're buying from is a good person, fine. I'd much rather you give to someone that's a small business owner trying for themselves, as opposed to like a major corporation that again probably doesn't do the right thing with the with their profits. So most times I applaud that. The reason why I bring that up is because like Captain America is pretty dope, right? Like he's pretty awesome. But how many people, how many, and it doesn't have to be black, but like if there were any of these, like there's an uncommon like for $10 that I could get right now. But how many people that like, wait, there was a black super soldier? How many people, one, are just going to want to read the story because they didn't know that happened? Probably a bunch of people. Like me, and like I know the story, so you know, like I don't need to read this. But one, that it's I assume, I hope it's a good read. Again, I know the story. I haven't actually read it. They explained it in the Bucky and Winter Soldier. But also, how many people like, wait, you know what? Steve Rogers gets he gets enough love already. Let's try, and I think this guy's name was it Isaiah Thomas? I forget his name. But I think a lot of people are like, hey, let's support a black super soldier. I happen to think that some people will probably buy that strictly because of that reason. And if that wasn't enough, like Nova, number one, there were 3,000 total editions. Unlike Nova, that is likely going to sell out before it's ever burned, Truth, Red, White, and Black number one did not do well at all. It did so poorly that 2,248 editions were burned, and there's only 752, making this one of the scarcest comics that VeVe has ever put out on a drop. So, yeah, if you own a secret rare, you can't get a secret rare. Why? Because it's listed for $1 million. Like you can't get a secret rare unless you convince somebody that has one to give it up. And the secret rare probably, there's maybe like 20 something of them, like maybe, like I don't know. The common, yeah, again, this is one of the scarcest comic books that VeVe has ever put out, because people, I don't think, understood the significance of the first black super soldier. Just one of the only super soldiers in general. But again, I think people really, again, the ultra rare at 762, even give me $100,000, I would not buy that right now. But I would buy a common for 35. I would buy a rare for 30, and I'd buy an uncommon for $10. Like I would buy that. 762 is a little, I think it's quite a bit much. But the other ones, like I just think these are probably not bad to get, considering they're so scarce, and it is, I think, significant. And there's only one common for sale. Uncommon. I should say uncommon for sale. And if I had more gems, I would get it. Should I buy it? No, I don't need to. I don't need to buy another one. I don't need to buy more gems. I don't need to. I don't need to. I definitely don't. I don't need to buy more gems. I do not need to buy more gems. But be advised, there is only one uncommon for sale. And I should buy it, right? I should buy it. I do want to read it. I do want to read it. Hang on, guys. Ignore everything I've said for the last 2 minutes while I buy this. Okay. I swear, if the same thing happened, I got it. Okay, I'm going to. Well, now it's mine forever. Because again, there's only 752 of that comic, and now there's no uncommons. So not only are the secret rares unavailable, but the uncommons are unavailable. Actually, let me go on Stacker. They should be able to have the data on this. If I type in truth, is that going to come out? Oh, it does. Okay. And you can see on the secret rare, there are 30 secret rare actually in circulation. Okay. There are 30 secret rare. What is the uncommon? How many uncommon? There's probably like 500, right? There's 202. So there's actually not a lot. Even on the uncommon, there's 202. The common's probably 400. 270? What? Oh, hold on. 270 plus 202. And then the secret rare was 30, right? Plus 30. All right, so we need the rare and the ultra rare. There's 180 rare, okay. And then the rare, I think I should know just from process of elimination. There's another 180. So the ultra rare and rare actually have the same. Wait. But that means 862. I think I did that wrong. Because it says the editions in circulation are 752. So let me do this again. From the beginning here. And I'll go from, all right, common. 270. Okay, 270. Plus, we'll do the truth. Uncommon now. The uncommon, I thought it was 202. It is. It's 202. Okay. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, the rare, I think, was 180. It is 180. And then the ultra rare, I also believe is 180. That is, oh no, there's 70. Why did I think it was 180? Okay, all right, plus 70. And then the secret rare start. Okay. So there's 270 common, which is very scarce. 202 uncommon. Usually people don't like the uncommon. Again, I got it because it was $10. 180 rare and 70 ultra rare. And then 30 secret rare. That is very scarce. Where was I here? Zombies, yo, what up? What up, zombie? Foe got the Fantastic Four #1. Bro, that is top 5, one of the top 5 comics on VeVe. You have MC1, you have AF15, Fantastic Four #1, Fantastic Four #5. I don't know, maybe like Tales of Suspense #39. First appearance of Iron Man. Then you have Strange Tales, maybe like one. Like, I'm trying to think of the ones that maybe Journey into Mystery, because that first appearance of Thor. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so for the truth. wonder if somebody else, if somebody else just posted this for. Okay, no, it's done. It's done. So I put it true. All right, there's only 10. There's only 10. So crazy. There's 752 of these. Only 10 of them are on the market. All right, let me do something here real quick. Yes, I am participating in the Disney Pinnacles 1-of-1 event. I fudged up before because today I was able to get I was able to try like 7 of my keys, right? And then I got onto the wait list again, and then I missed it. I was in the bathroom. It only gave me a couple minutes to try it, so I missed that one. And now I'm number 458. So before the end of the night, before I go to bed, I'll have another thing. So, but you can basically go like 3 times a day. But 32,000 of the keys have already been tried. So there's only 67 and change left thousand. So I'm only doing like 5 at a time. And then after this, so you're getting 2 keys now. Like when you claim a free key, you're getting 2 keys. And I think in the next couple of days, we'll have the Mr. and Mrs. Incredible 1-of-1, where in case you miss the Lion King, you have a much better chance of getting this because it's only 200,000 keys that can try, as opposed to, oh no, wait, was there 1 million of these keys? Or was there 100,000? I forget. I forget how many of these. Oh yeah, no, there's only 100,000. But with these, 200,000 keys have to be unlocked. So, I might try 5. I might try another 7. You can only really go every like 6 or 8 hours anyway. So yeah. Maybe I should have. I was everywhere. It's like $30, and I got the uncommons, only 202 editions, and the rare's $30, and that's 180. But there's only 1 rare out there too, right now. Like there's only 1 listed. No, I don't need. Okay, all right. Let me go back into Hulk's really good too. Yeah, I love FF1. It was actually my first drop on VeVe, so it has. Yeah, you never forget a first drop. Like sweet lovin', you never forget your first. First appearance of Imperial Guard. As being transported through the Stargate by Phoenix, the X-Men find themselves on an ancient planet that's home to the Macran crystal, surrounded by several members of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, serving the evil Emperor Deken. That comes out tomorrow. DEVVE says, in Europe, lending crypto via smart contracts can trigger a taxable event. That's a problem for adoption, and a big one. With the DEVVEX blockchain, we're building transaction systems where lending happens at the validator level. Your crypto never has to move. No wallet change, no taxable events, just smarter finance. Possible. Why? Jose Torres says, guys, I met my personal goal at the end of this month twice. Didn't think it was possible, was trying to reach a use forever, held a half set with a vision for so long. But he now owns 2 out of 18 pairings exist to the public worldwide. You all remember the moment on screen in comic, Spider-Man It's Coming, sold at least 20 comics over the couple of months. Thank you to any buyers that helped facilitate these moves. Sharing my pair of the top 5% in there. Amazing Fantasy 15. First appearance of Spider-Man, homage pairings, ultra rare, 41 out of 500. Amazing Spider-Man 252. That is incredible. Man, good for him. Only 18 matches exist. It's wild. So he's got the number 403 for the ultra rare and the common. That is bananas. That is bananas. Good for him. Remember when I was jacked? Good times. Good times. Yeah, went over that. DACAT, number 1 on Memezilla coin. Gotta love that. Always. always and forever. North Korea has a beach resort that they just opened, which is wild. Mitch McConnell voted yes to President Trump's big, beautiful bill. This is on yesterday. That is retarded. Crypto Disan says, from what I gathered in the latest Omi is my homie episode with David Yu, VeVe Gold and Silver logo might be even more valuable than we thought. This isn't just a collectible, it's a key to real utility, access, and future perks. Keep your eyes on this one. Love it. And yeah, trying to buy gems on the app.vv.me is horrible. I could not do it the last 2 days I've tried. DACAT scored a 100 out of 100 on Token Sniffer. 0 buy and sell fees, liquidity locked for 900 something years, ownership is renounced, no sketchy wallets, fully sellable, not a honeypot, and less than 5% held by any wallet. This is what real transparency looks like, built for the long run, not just a timeline. Love it. Oh God, it's hysterical. Okay. Oh yeah, Jubilee. Let's go over Jubilee real quick. See how she did. I don't think she did that well, but we gotta move. All right, let's see Jubilee. How'd you do? If she did 20K, I'll be happy. Feel like she didn't. All right, the common. What did they take from her? Of course, I don't have it. That is horrible. We had a new rabbits. That's really cool, but no Jubilee here. Okay. Jubilee, VeVe, and hopefully they have a. Is the blog? 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 You gonna give me a blog? That is not a blog. Collectibles, animated 3D. Oh my God! Can you give me a blog, please? Bro, what the fudge? I don't care about how animated she is. Bruh. Fuck, I have to go to X because I don't know how much they kept of her, so I have to. That is so dumb. This was the other day. All right, VeVeverse compare. Waitlist closes soon, but that's not what I want. I want that article that shows how much of her was held back so I can do the sales here. There we go. Here's the blog for details. All right, 90 for the common, 90s held back for the uncommon, 90s held back for the rare. Okay. All right. All right, we're good here. So is that 1899? And then, all right, so 248 on the common. And the uncommon is 1260, 14 to 184. Okay. For the uncommon, and then the rare, it's 810, 710, 113, and then minus 50 for the ultra rare, I believe. I believe in a thing called 450. Okay, so 74. And then for the secret rare, I think they only held back 25. Okay, we're good. We're good. 25, so 27. No, they did they did 13,000. So that is really not great. I really would have liked Jubilee, and I know she's not a first appearance. But yeah, I think 13,000 would have been. I think 20,000 would have been fine. I would have been happy with that. 13,000 is not awful. I'm making 5 figures is fine. Again, I would have liked a little bit more, but you know, well, I'll take what we can get, right? Just Pixie and Kimber. These are yesterday. Why did I take a picture of Pixie and Kimber? Oh, for the ladies on Soul. Gotcha. Oops. It's nice knowing you. Good riddance. Senator Tom Tillis. Trump's going to be backing his that person's opponents. Designer at Paris Fashion Week made a political statement by turning his runway into a tribute to illegals and violent criminals that are being held at Sakat. Nayib Bukele says, we are ready to ship them all to Paris whenever we get the green light from the French government. I saw this one girl that was like crying because her France is kind of dangerous now. But again, it's safer to be in El Salvador than it is to be in France. That is wild. That's what violent criminals do. They ruin everywhere they go to. Anyway, app.vv.me, the artworks. I never got a notification saying I won. So I'm going to say I didn't win. It says the winner will be announced soon, but again, I never got a notification. So let me I'm gonna ask that on X. Be like, hey, hey at VeVe fam. Did the winner ever get notified? I bid on it and was wondering if I won. When does anyone know who won or when they'll make the announcement? Make the announcement? ? I am hungry, and I am going to. What should I get for food? Should get some for food, right? Should totally get that. Oh, ladies on Solana. Is this yesterday? Oh, this was yesterday. Can't go over that. So Disney Pinnacle, they had this marketing event where they had some really interesting Genie's lamp, mint number 1, sold for 4,400. Color Splash Pluto sold for 3,100. DD Bunny Egg, I don't even know what that is, sold for 2,200. DD Soul sold for 1,750. Tiana, I think I know who that is, 1,500. Another Tiana, 1,250. 4 Bells sold between 987 and 1099. And the Flow, FLO, sold for 1040. A lot of those keys went pretty hard. My back hurts. My back hurts real bad. Okay, guys, my back hurts and I'm hungry and I gotta go get this bread. So everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comment. Oh wait, we got them here. How can you check Pinnacle market activity? I don't know. I have no idea how. I've never tried. I've not put a penny into it. I just collect those keys, and if I win, the Genesis capsule thing. Well, it says you can shop, but I don't see how you can sell. Yeah, it doesn't say how you can sell. I assume. I mean, I haven't tried to look, but so Pinnacle marketplace activity, I have no idea. I have no idea how that person had those numbers. And I am number 409 in time. I'm number 409, and nobody forget it. Wasn't there a cleaning product called 409? And hopefully in a couple hours I'll get that bread. Anyway, I love you all. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Class dismissed. I love you guys. I'm good. Yeah, feeling all right. No, I'm not. My back really.